I should have listened to the inspector when he said the house was old enough to remember things. I laughed when he said that, thought it was just his way of making small talk before telling me about the leaking roof and the mice. I moved in 3 months ago, alone, thinking the isolation would help me write my thesis. The first night, I heard a slow, low hum in the walls. Not loud, but deliberate. Slow, rasping, like a stomach rumbling. I told myself it was the wind, echoing through the attic space of an old house. But when I put my ear to the wall, I could hear whispering, tiny voices. Children. I tried to record it on my phone, but it would only catch the sounds of creaking wood. At 2:14 a.m. every night, the whispers would begin, and I would lie awake, too afraid to move, listening to them say my name, in voices that sounded like children trying to remember how to speak. They would knock, 2, 3 knocks. Then silence. 3 knocks. Then giggles. I started leaving the house at night, sitting in my car until dawn, but the knocking would follow me, tapping from the trunk of the car, groans from the back seat behind me. I would turn around, everything would stop, and I would see nothing. I found a crawl space behind the wall in the upstairs hallway, sealed with warped boards and old nails. One night, when the whispers were too loud to bear, I tore it open, convinced I would find a raccoon nest. Instead, I found a dusty, rotted space filled with children's toys. A porcelain doll with its eyes scratched out. A small, broken rocking horse. Tiny shoes lined up neatly along the edge. The air smelled like mold. And something else, something sweet and foul. That night, they spoke louder. I could hear them crying. They kept saying, "It's so dark," and "We're so hungry, play with us." I blocked the crawl space with heavy furniture, but the giggling and knocking moved to the baseboards, to the vents, to the inside of my bedroom walls. I asked the neighbours about it. The old woman next door went pale and said, "They never left, you know. The last family, they tried to leave too." I tried to sleep at my friend's place, but at 2:14 a.m., the knocking came from inside the closet, inside the vents, and the children whispered, "Come home." I returned to the house because I didn't know what else to do. That was last week. 2 days ago, I found small handprints on the inside of the fogged bathroom mirror, even though I was the only one there. I felt them watching me while I showered, while I ate, while I tried to sleep. Yesterday, they started calling me Mama. They would knock and giggle, and I would hear them scuttling inside the walls, dragging something heavy that thumped like a small body. I tried to scream at them to leave me alone, but they just laughed, that awful, high-pitched laugh that vibrates inside your teeth. Last night, I woke up and found the crawl space open again. The rocking horse was rocking by itself back and forth, even though there was no breeze. The doll was sitting in the hallway, facing my bedroom, its empty eye sockets staring at me. They whispered, "Feed us." I heard something crawling under my bed. And when I looked, I saw a small hand reaching out, grabbing for my ankle, pulling me off the mattress so fast I hit the floor and cracked my head so hard I blacked out. When I came to, I was in the crawl space, the door nailed shut again from the outside. I could hear them laughing, running around the house, their tiny footsteps slapping on the wooden floors. They would press their faces against the cracks, and I could see small, pale eyes looking in. They said, "Now you can feed us, Mama." I screamed until my throat bled, but no one came. The children crawled around me in the dark, giggling, whispering in my ears, climbing over me with cold, small hands complaining that they were hungry. At first I thought they meant for food, but then I felt the first bite. Small teeth, sharp like broken glass, sinking into the soft flesh of my calf. Another bite, higher up, tearing a strip of skin as warm blood trickled down onto the dusty floor. They mumbled, "So hungry," as they gnawed and chewed, their tiny hands holding me down with surprising strength, pulling at muscle and tendon like children tearing strips of paper. I could feel them eating me piece by piece, their laughter echoing in the crawl space, their breath hot against the open wounds, as they sucked the blood from my legs and tore off chunks, to pass to each other like candy. I tried to crawl away, but they held me, climbing onto my back, pressing their tiny faces into the wounds to lap at the blood, whispering, "Thank you, Mama." I can't move anymore. It's too dark. I can feel my body going cold, my vision blurring, the darkness around me pulsing with the sound of their chewing.
Like and subscribe to Scary Tales Story for more horror tales that will haunt your dreams and keep you checking the shadows.